So, under the direction and encouragement from several of my friends, I have been encouraged to start a video blog. I'm not a very good writer, but I am a good out loud thinker and I process out loud, so I figured this was the best way to get some thoughts. So your natural question might be, why in the world are you doing a video blog? What are you trying to do? Why do it? You need a reason to do something, not a reason not to do something. So what is the reason? I'm glad you asked. When I was a kid, there was a movie called The Never-Ending Story that I watched over and over again. It was one of those movies that I would, every time we went to the video store to rent a movie, I would watch that one. I would get it, I would watch it, I would rewind it, I would watch it again. It was back to back. And in that movie, there's a character, a hero by the name of Atreyu, and he has a trusty steed named Artax. And Artax and Atreyu are going through, on their journey, they have to pass through the swamp of sadness. And in the swamp of sadness, as Atreyu is leading his trusty steed, Artax, behind him, he feels the reins just kind of tug, and he looks back and he sees that Artax has stopped. And Atreyu tugs on the reins and says, "Come on, Artax, let's go." And the horse won't move. It just continues to sink. It stays in place and sinks. And Atreyu starts to get more and more panicked. And he starts to plead with the horse, "Come on, Artax." And he starts yelling and getting angry and crying. And no matter what he does, the horse will not move. And the scene ends with Artax sinking to his death because he won't save himself. He sits there and dies and allows the swamp to swallow him. I am incredibly frustrated with the American church. I think that the American church, much like Artax, is sinking. And despite my best efforts to rail against the systems that be, the church is dying. So this is my best attempt to do something about that. This will be a video blog that criticizes and critiques and hopefully inspires Christians to actually discover and seek out and find what God is really doing. And rather than accepting whatever the structures in place are, that we will actually seek out the heart of a God who is so much bigger than us, who often confounds us, who often does things that make us angry and thwarts our efforts to make a way for ourselves, but in the end, a God who is truly good.